If I told anybody how I thought my race weekend was going to go, it did not go like how I thought. Lap 1, my buddy's car is upside down in the grass. Lap 6, somebody's coming back on track from the gravel. And lap 10, a 3-car crash at 100 miles per hour right in front of me. And somehow I came out clean. Going into Mars Race 1 at Summit Point, I had only 4 days of seat time in this car. 4 days of practice. And before I lined up on a real grid, I really wanted more time to practice, and I really didn't have that. But I had 4 days to learn how to drive a SSM Spec Miata. How it brakes, how it rotates, and really the rest of it I had to figure out under the pressure of the race. That matters for everything you're about to hear. Qualifying, I put in laps I had, went out P20. That's not what I wanted, but it was clean, and I learned every lap. For the heat race, I was holding position, running solid, and then turn 1 happened on lap 12. The car stepped out, I spun, and finished P20. That one hurt because I knew exactly what I did wrong, and it was completely driver error. And I really should have learned how to fix those things on test days. But the heat race, it was nothing at all compared to what the feature race had in store for me. I started the feature race in P17. The goal was simple: stay clean, move forward, build confidence. Lap 1, before I even could think about running my race, one of my friends, who was sitting in P3, gets shoved off the track and his car flipped. I was a little scared after that. The safety car came out while we were running behind it for 4 laps. I just couldn't get the thought out of my mind about flipping, and it was really difficult to think about. But luckily he walked away from the crash pretty good. But seeing that on lap 1 really set a tone for the rest of the race, and I knew it was not going to be easy at all. Safety car comes in and we go green again. I'm working through the traffic, starting to find a rhythm, and then another driver goes off into the damn gravel on lap 6. But luckily he got off and back on the track. But traffic got really damn messy, and the whole field had to react and adjust. I kept my head down and stayed out of trouble, luckily. Moved up a couple spots at that point. I was really just focused on trying to execute my own race and not get in anybody else's way. But, of course, on lap 10, if any of the drivers didn't have this kind of gear that we have, I guarantee they would not have came out of those cars looking as good as they did. But this crash really proved it. The front straight, everyone's going close to 100 miles per hour, and my friend Luke is in the middle of it. When one of the guys turned in on him, no room, went onto the grass, no warning at all. Luke hits the wall really damn hard. I didn't see it, but I was later in the race. His car stopped in the middle of the track, apparently, and this girl running right behind him had nowhere to go, and she smacked right into the driver's side of his car. He really couldn't do anything about it, and it's really just unfortunate. But 3 cars involved in the middle of the track, and I'm coming down that track at 100 miles per hour. It happened so fast, you couldn't even see that there was no flag. And it was really scary. I was so focused on the guy behind me that it just, he was here and I was coming down there. I had to swerve so hard, it was a little rough. I'm just glad I came out of there unscathed, and that everybody was okay after the race. But luckily the black flag came out and we all went into the pits. They had to get all the cars and stuff like that off the dang track. But it was a little scary. I started P17, finished P15. It could have been better. Like, I mean, with how chaotic that race was, I feel like it was pretty good because it was really, it was a lot for my first race. I think it was a lot for everybody. First race of the season, too. But with 4 days of prep and that race under my belt, I feel like I'm pretty good for my next race. The next one's in a month, so it should go well. It's at Virginia International Speedway. If you want to come down and watch, um, on May 2nd to 3rd. But that's pretty much all I have, and it would really mean a lot to me if you could drop a follow or subscribe or anything, because that subscribe or that follow, trust me, it means a lot more than you guys actually think to me, because I'm like, every single time I see one, I'm like, yes. And it gets me closer and closer to getting sponsors and stuff like that. People seeing my content brings everything, and seeing my races, but hopefully it goes great the next time.